recording. So, language.
What we had today, bro?
Still at Lake Mason here. Guys, we're at Lake Mason today. We got the Division of Wildlife out here doing a shock survey. We got a lot of biologists out here today, guys. Today we're just gonna cover water. Mr. Anderson is running a spinnerbait, slow rolling a spinnerbait on the bottom. We got a lot of sun out here. We've had some 90-degree days. I'm using just a regular weightless worm. And we're gonna see
We're gonna get the first bite.
who's gonna get the first bite.
Hopefully it'll be Mr. Anderson.
We've had some pretty good luck with that spinnerbait here. And this worm, we've had really good luck here. Run it over top of that stuff. Cover this.
Yep.
We got a few seaweed patches out here. What we're doing is we're trying to fish them and learn our map like this, guys. Here we go. Here's a bass for you right here, guys. Let me get him in here for you. There we go. Now we've been seeing a lot of bass this size out here. That's one of the reasons why the Department of Natural Resources is out here checking for stunt growth issues, guys. All right, let's get them back in. Fix my rubber worm here. There you go. Slow roll right past that, Mr. A. All right, let's get back out there. We got our worm fixed up. Texas rigged. Well, not really Texas rigged, you know what I mean, but.
You can't even call it Texas rig, bro.
Yeah. Huh?
You can't even call it.
No, because it's just weightless. It's just, you know, hooked weightless, but.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of seaweed right there.
Yep. Hit all of this. Let it sink down pretty deep because that bass was deep that I just caught. Lake's really clear, guys. You can really see the bottom of this lake. All right, so it's a pretty clean environment that we're fishing here today. Like I said, the Department of Natural Resources has been out here trying to really find out what's going on this lake. Because this was a phenomenal lake for many, many years, and then we've seen a steady decline in this lake, guys. A lot of overpressure. As you can hear, there's a drone up there. I mean, they've probably got 20 to 30 biologists out here on the property as we speak, guys. So they're out here, they're doing it for us. You know, your Division of Wildlife guys, you know, they really work hard here in the state of Ohio. So, you know, give them a shout out, man. It's where you, yeah, I can see it.
I can't even get it.
Well, then stay above it if you can. Start rolling as soon as you throw it in, and fish above it. I got a bunch of holes right here I'm trying to hit. Yeah. Here's a bass right there. Yeah, right here, there's a bass right here. Let's see if I can get him to bite. Usually when you see them bass up on that shoreline, guys, they're inactive. When you got this much sun, huh?
Why is that?
Why is that?
Yeah.
Well,
They're inactive.
usually if there's clouds, they're not inactive, but if there's, you know, real high bright sun and it's hot and they're up there, they're usually inactive fish. Yep, see, that was an inactive bass. I threw it in front of his face twice and he wanted nothing to do with it. Now, when you're wading like this, guys, always run this shoreline first, right? Then always, you know, fan cast outwards towards the deep water. That's what I usually do. I'll run the shoreline. I know there's no bass in here because it's really, really shallow. So what we'll do here is we'll start fan casting all the way out to the middle. Then we'll go to the spot, walk up to the spot to where we casted to, and do the same and repeat. And by doing that, you actually cover a great deal of water by doing that. Oop, just had a bite. Just had one. Something grabbed the tail, probably a gill or something. And bass, when they grab this weightless, you can tell. You usually hook them. I love using these weightless on days like this, guys, when it's really, really, really hot outside. You know, sometimes I'll switch up to a Carolina rig, or sometimes I'll switch up to a Texas rig. But, I mean, you can see, you know, that there's a lot of stuff on the bottom right here. So we usually don't do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll usually fish this outskirts with a floating worm because you can control everything. You know, real super slow fall, real everything. Mr. Anderson's using that as a locator bait. Here's what Mr. A is using today. Just a regular old booyah spinner bait. Nothing major.
Maybe I can cast.
If Mr. Anderson can cast right.
Have a feel.
There's a monster bluegill. Holy moly. That was a monster bluegill, bro. Yeah. That was a big bluegill.
I noticed I put my GoPro on this pole last night. Other day.
Yeah. Now what we'll do is I'll start working my way out deeper. We got some beds right here. A few beds, not a lot of beds. Those are probably bass beds.
Oh, you stepped in a hole.
Yeah, no, you stepped in a bed. All I'm doing is slow pulling and just very small twitches. Twitch, twitch, twitch. Then I'll let it fall back down. Twitch, twitch, twitch. Then I'll let it fall back down. I'm trying to fish the bottom. I know that out here we're in about 10 feet of water, so I'm letting it go down. But when I hit deeper areas like 15 to 20, what I'll do is I'll fish that 8 to 15 foot range. Just moving. We got a lot of fry in here. We got a really good steep drop right here, guys. Let's see what's on this drop off right here. Let's run this drop off real quick. You need to run this drop off, man.
I was gonna switch out.
Well, all right. If you're gonna switch out, you're gonna switch to a rubber worm? Yep. Okay. Whoo, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get around here, Mr. A.
No.
I don't know. We're about to find out. Lakes, Lake Mason. Huh. It's been Lake Mason. 30 years. Yeah, I did. There we go. Another bass. Another bass. See, about the same size. This is the reason why the Division of Wildlife is here. There's way too many of these in here. Mr. Anderson, come on over here with that backpack. Huh? See? Stunt growth. See, this usually happens when fishermen take out a certain size of bass. And then what happens is the ones that they throw back are usually this size, and now you have a, you know, a growth issue, you know, where they're all eating, you know, the same, you know, size baits. About a pounder. He's about 1 pound, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah?
Yeah. All right. We're gonna take him out of here and eat him. This is where I get a lot of nasty comments, but if you know your management and you know your lake management and you have a stunt growth issue, you know what to do.
Oh, Mr. Anderson's about to sink. Green bag.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a rubber worm out there?
Yeah. Rubber worm coming up.
Please?
Yep. Wow, you got a lizard.
Yeah, so if I want to switch over, you know what I'm saying?
Don't mess with that lizard. If we want to switch over, let me fix that lizard for you. This lizard's deadly in this lake.
You didn't grab me the rubber one.
I didn't, because you're going to use a lizard when you want one, and we'll switch out. But your lizard's hooked wrong.
I didn't hook it, you did.
Somebody did. And there's your lizard, brah.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's get back at it, guys. That was exciting. Another bass. Well, there's you in this lake. Seems like we're pulling a lot of them out of the seaweed patches. There you go, fish that. All right. We got a hole right here, Mr. Anderson, so be careful, buddy. All right?
Where's that hole at?
You'll see it coming up. Huh? Come on.
Oh, you're gonna put the camera at me, so you're gonna catch me in that hole.
I was saying. Right there's the hole.
That's what you're trying to do, bro.
See, we got a lot warmer water over here, too. I can feel the temp on my leg. That's gonna keep them big, large bass deeper over off that lip and out of this stuff. Great, they're going in the cove that we're about to go in and shock. Yep. It's end of July, about the 26th of July, guys, 2023. I don't know why the Division of Wildlife is out here doing what they're doing right now in the middle of summer, trying to get a sample, a shock sample, because it doesn't really make much sense to do it at that time of the year. You know? You gotta let that lizard's gotta go down, down, down. You'll catch a big bass with them lizards. I love lizards. Especially when you have these, because you have hellbenders and, you know, clean water, you know, and mud puppies. And then bass do feed on them, but the hellbenders and the mud puppies only like that real super clean environment. You know, that real clean water. And this water right here, guys, is crystal clear. This is a very clear lake. I see some more beds up here. Yeah. See, this is a good environment right here. Right here, see the seaweed? It's not real thick. All I'm doing is letting it sink. And it's sinking super slow. 1, 2, 3. That means it sank a foot, okay? With the way I got it set up, all right? Always countdowns, guys. Countdowns are really good, okay? Let's get out of this stuff into a little bit more conducive area here. Okay, we got a really monster big log right here, Jerry. throw on this side of it. There's a really big log right under the tip of my rod that goes out, an old tree. Look at all them bluegill beds, Mr. A. Now, I have fished this tree before, and I've never caught a bass off this tree, and I don't understand why.
You think you will.
You'd think you would, right?
Oh, there's a bluegill. Baby bluegill.
Yeah, there are a lot of beds over here. You can see them all. Now, there are still a lot of really nice bass in here, okay, guys? And what you're gonna see is when you start catching all them little 1-pounders, you're gonna start catching them all in the same type of environment, okay? Usually if you move out deeper, okay, you'll start catching a little bit larger ones. Look at all these pipes. That's a feature I didn't know was here. Yeah. That's bass heaven.
Yeah.
Yep, nothing on it though. See, it's really hot lately, guys. And these fish, man, they don't like this heat. They don't. They run, you know. They'll get down into a water temp that is conducive for their behavior. And, you know, makes them feel better. They don't want to be hot. They don't want to be cold. You know, they don't.
Yep. It wasn't even that cold.
Yep. The other ones did. The shock boat went back to the dock.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, back to the ramp. Some more bluegill beds right here.
Yeah, I can see the bluegill.
Yep. Nothing on the beds, guys. There's a lot of fry. You know, there's a freaking holy moly. Look at the size of that bluegill. Jerry, that is a really big bluegill right there. No, I'm talking about this one right here in front of my face. Look at this bluegill right here.
Wow.
Look at this bluegill.
I should have bought the bluegill killer.
There's nothing in there?
No.
Jerry, I can almost reach down and grab this bluegill. Look how big he is. Look at that bluegill, guys, if you can see him. That is a big bluegill. What? Yeah. This is a good spot to get some nice gills, some good eaters. Yeah. It's a good spot to get some eaters. There's some more bluegill over here, beds. The bluegills are off their beds, but the fry are here. So what they do is they come out on the lips to protect from them bass coming in. That was some nice bluegills, dude. Seriously.
I know, bro.
That was some really nice bluegills. Those are the bluegills that people look for.
Yeah, you can't really find them.
Nope, here's a bluegill right here in front of me.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Yeah. Come here and hold this. Big hole, big hole. Careful there, Mr. Anderson. Hold on, I'm working on it. All right. Come on.
Oh, I see the hole. That is a big hole. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, now this edge I want to try to fish. It drops off pretty good. I really want to try to hit this edge really good, Mr. A.
Yeah.
All right.
Looks like Mr. Anderson's gonna get skunked again.
Get skunked.
This is stick right there. Remember, there's a beaver dance. 2 beaver dances over here.
Let's go deep and see what we got deep. What are you doing? Seeing what else?
I should put one of these on.
She got a lizard, dude. I don't know why you're even panicking. Seaweed.
The lizard don't, because they don't want the.
Yeah, I've caught lots of bass on lizards in this lake.
Alright, bluegill.
Lots of them on lizards in this lake. Great. Great. Well, there goes my rod. Busted.
Yeah.
Huh. Dang it.
Good thing we got 1,000 tips.
You got no tip for this.
You.
I got it. I just using an insight. Ugh. I felt you. I felt that bass. He pulled hard. Dang. That bass was angry, bro. He was angry. I ain't gonna lie. Got a tangle here. You gotta let that, lizard get down. Because you gotta remember, mud puppies and hellbenders are on the bottom of the lake. So that's why you really gotta get down there with that lure. You know? Whew.
I think you got the beaver dam almost.
Almost. I'm almost there.
Whoa. That's a drop off right there, bro.
Yep. Here we go. I just had a bite.
Yeah.
Yep. Bluegill pulled the tail of it. All I was doing was pulling real slow. Slower. Slow down. You can't fish these too slow today. And I mean slow down. I see a lot of gills. All right, let's go up and out and over to the cove that I wanted to fish. Because we can get there quicker if we go this way, Mr. A.
I can't go that way.
Why?
Poison ivy.
Okay, bye. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and listen to crybaby about poison ivy. There ain't no poison ivy. Walk. It ain't gonna hurt you. You're getting in the water. Poison ivy. Wow. Unbelievable. He said poison ivy, guys. Whoa. I got a lot of sand in my shoes right now. We got a lot of samples, a lot of data on this lake, guys. We're going to go ahead and share it with Bob from the Portage Parks District and the Division of Wildlife. We're sharing our 20-year study of this lake. We've been studying this lake for 20 years. Back when I had Charles Mills Outdoors and now with Outdoor University. We've been studying it pretty hard. We're gonna go in, we're gonna go right in over here. It looks like an easier spot to get in right here, so we'll go in where the easy spot is. There ain't no poison ivy over here, so you'll be good.
Hey, it looks like there's a spot right here, folks. Get in.
I can get in right here too.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yep. You want to catch fish, you got to go where the fish are, and they're in the water. Besides, we have a rocky drop-off point
Do we?
right here that I want to fish. I like to work these worms, these weightless worms, real slow. I don't want to call it floating because they're really not a floating worm. You know, they sink, but just a regular rubber worm that you would rig Texas style. You know, I just rig them a little bit different, and I fish them just no weight. All right, one more cast, and then we're out of here. Because, I mean, they got the water they've been shocking today. There's boats on this lake that there normally ain't. So these fish are already spooked. Real heavy, yeah. They're spooked up. They're spooked up real good. All right, guys. Well, you know, it's been pretty fun today. I've had a good day. Go up here. Division of Wildlife's here. Lake Mason. It's a new lake. Well, it's been here for a long time, but just recently opened to the public. Department of Natural Resources is here, along with the Portage Parks Department. Shout out to these guys. Anyways, guys, take a kid fishing. Invest in your youth. Thank a vet. I'm Charles Mills with Outdoor University, and have a good day.
He's with Mr. Anderson. Love y'all.
Really, really bad. Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah. That wind's not in our favor right now.
Nope.
Oh, I got a rock in my shoe. Hold this. Don't move it. Just hold it right there. Don't move it. All I gotta do is get this rock out of my shoe. It's in between my toes right here, and something is stabbing it. Piece of glass or something, maybe, huh?
Yeah, this one we got out. You couldn't get around that.
Huh?
You couldn't get around that.
Oh, it's too deep.
Yeah, we had to swim.
Yep. And I don't have the GoPro in a waterproof case right now.
Well, we can get the Jeep back there.
Hmm?
We can get the Jeep back here.
Yeah, we can get the Jeep back here.
Yeah, I just looked at the path.
Ah! Okay, hold this. What is it? The thorn. Whoo-wee! That did not feel good. You know? All right, let me have my rod.
Go ahead.
There we go. See, there's big bass off of this point. We just gotta find them. Yep. Just gotta find them, bro. This is the point that you run crankbaits off of. Big boulders, big rocks, and they go way out and drop off real quick. Steep on each side. Get some line. I'm gonna let it get down there. Remind me to ask Bob for a key. Yeah?
Huh?
Remind me to ask Bob for a key to the gate.
Yeah.
Because we don't have one now that they took over.
Nope.
You might give us a key to the gate.
Maybe.
You know? I mean, if they want part of, you know, in our research. Our research is way better than any research they've done because they haven't gotten hardly any yet on this lake. They just started.
Yep.
I mean, you wanted to research, you should probably get Outdoor University's research.
Yep.
All right, let's go that way and see. What do you think? There we go, guys. Probably gonna catch a lot of little ones here in this stuff right in here. That's why if you walk out and fish the outskirts of the patch, Mr. A, we should have success with it.
Yeah, if the wind don't mess with us.
Yeah, usually that wind will push them bass off them weed edge. At least in this lake, that's the case. In this lake, it is. You're fishing that too fast. It takes that thing 60 seconds to get down to where you need to be. Good Texas rig, put a weight on it. Try a different lure. But I could grab that wherever I want to catch a bass out of here with it. With that.
What?
I said I could catch a bass with that lure.
Hey, let's see
You got. You know? Huh? What, you don't think I can?
Nope.
Here, bring it here, let's see.
You gotta fix it.
What?
Let's see if you can, bro.
One, two, three. So now I know the count, right? Not on that cast. This thing don't cast at all. Oh, we're also casting into the wind too. There we go. Let's try that. Let it get down there a little bit. Twitch, twitch. Twitch, twitch. See that big profile? I like that big profile because I'm bigger bass. They don't want to waste the energy on something that they're not going to get enough energy from. The caloric value needs to be more than what they spend. Get it out there and see where it's out there. We know that there's a real sandy bottom. I'm stuck in the mud. I know there's a real sandy bottom out here. This used to be a long time ago. It was an old gravel pit. So there's big pits, big holes where the dredger went. We just gotta let this thing sink down there. You know, you're sitting on a bad side of me right now. I don't look. I'm just saying, I'm not looking to save you. When if I gotta set this hook, I'm setting this hook.
Okay, I can dodge and weed. Like I did last night with the bees.
You said
flops.
you can dodge.
See, dodge and weed. Dodge. Oh, dodge and weed in the hole.
Yeah, dodge and weed. Weave yourself wet. See, I never liked this cove.
Nope.
Never had any good luck because this was a main lake and this cove was dug years and years and years and years and years after.
After that.
Yeah, so the older fish really don't even mess around over here.
Yeah. Where we need to be at is in the middle of that lake right now. At nighttime. That's where we need to be at. Oh, prove you wrong.
Oh, 2 casts? Come on, Mr.
Prove
Anderson.
you
Don't.
wrong, bro.
You didn't prove nothing wrong. See, I'm not even seeing, well, here's some forage here. Not really seeing much, you know, in the way of, yeah, bluegills, life, any of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing much in that aspect also, because that wind's blowing out of this cove, blowing into the main lake. And I like it when it blows into coves. I find that I have greater success, you know, with that. You notice the water's a little bit more dirtier over here too.
I know.
You know?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna walk the path to a new spot. We'll get back with you. All right, guys, we're back over here at the boat ramp. We got the Division of Wildlife over here with their shock boats and stuff. We're gonna go out here on this little sand point. A lot of bluegill beds out here. A lot of the fry still try to hang around the bedding area. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna go out here and see what we can catch out here, if we can get any bass out here patrolling this edge line. Comes out, drops off real steep. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but drops off real steep. But this is a sand point, a shallow sand point with steep drop-offs on each end of it. So we're gonna go out here, give it a try. I'm gonna check both edges first, then we'll come up on it. Here's one edge. Quick rundown. Stick and move when you're wading, it's always good. Then when you find an area that looks promising, slow down. Fish it, you know? Okay, we're on them beds. I can see them bluegills out here. Nothing on the other side of the bed. You can see the Division of Wildlife over there with their boat doing their shock. You can see it. There we go, guys. Here's one. Ah, here's one. There's a bass, another bass. Like I said, they're all around the same size, guys. Another bass. There we go. On the edges. Always try for those edges, guys. I keep telling everybody that. Those edges are hot, okay? Let that worm get down there, you know, and work that edge up. Work that edge up. And the edges. Broke the tip of my rod today. So. Out here with the Department of Natural Resources. That one was a little bit bigger, so I let it go. I invited Outdoor University today. So we came out. You can see our cameraman. We got this sand point. You can see I'm standing on it. And a drop off on this side of it. A drop off on that side of it. Yeah, I just caught a bass. Bluegills are still here.
Nice.
Yep, bluegills are still here. I caught a bass.
Nice.
Go back over there in that spot. See if there's anything still over there. Off this drop off comes right here, and right there it drops off pretty good, guys. Hey, Jerry. Come here. They don't listen.
Yeah.
He said he's at 6,500 watts.
Yeah, I know, I heard.
Which is huge, and they're not getting anything.
That's funny, dog.
Yep. That's because it's summertime and this lake has steep shoreline. You can't do it in the summer. I tried to tell him that.
That is funny.
I tried to tell him that. I mean, Outdoor University's been doing research for 20 years on this lake.
Actually, more than that, dog.
Yeah, more than that, you're right.
Yeah, I think I was a teenager when I taught you this lake. You was back right before I was.
Yep. See, the Department of Natural Resources probably don't even want to be out here. They know better at this time. But the Portage Parks Service, they don't really have, their biologists really ain't on point. And I ain't trying to dog anybody. I understand, you know, they went to college. But you got to understand, what you learn in a book does not necessarily apply. Genetics have a big part to do with the growth rates of fish on lakes, the forage, water clarity, mineral content, the whole 9 yards of it's just bottom structure, you know. It ain't going too well. You ain't gonna do it. You're in a crystal clear environment. This guy's gonna try to run this boat in a crystal clear environment with a noisy motor. They need. I'm emailing them Outdoor University's research on this lake. So they'll have some information. Actually, they'll have all the information they need, but. I have every piece of this lake mapped. I'm gonna give it to them, guys. What?
I guess nose and lips is down and down.
Is what?
I'll tell you when you get up here.
All right. I'm coming. We're about done today. breakfast. See if I can get you guys one more here by the ramp.